caused their heightened enthusiasm to plummet. What the hell? Why is she so clueless? The audience suddenly realized that this was not just a game. It was like a crossover. The hundreds of thousands of viewers in the live chat were all envious, their eyes green with greed, drooling, wishing they could play right now. But the frustrating part is, there is no download link for this game at the moment, making it impossible to play. Even watching the live stream, they could only see the Northeastern girl streaming alone. And this outcome undoubtedly put tremendous pressure on the entire platform. Supervisor, it's bad. The supervisor was happily chatting with his companion when he suddenly received a call from a technician. What happened? He asked, startled. The technician on the other end spoke clearly, not daring to be vague. Our platform streamer from the Northeast has somehow found a new game, and her live stream is currently experiencing a massive surge in traffic, and the server could crash at any moment. Massive traffic? New game? The supervisor murmured instinctively, quickly realizing this could be an opportunity. He immediately said, quickly adjust the server. No matter what it takes, stabilize the Northeast streamer's live room. I'm heading to the office right now. After hanging up, the supervisor disregarded his companion's disappointed gaze, got dressed, and rushed to the office. Meanwhile, Lin Luo, unaware of all this, was boasting to her audience in the live stream. Suddenly, there was a series of tapping sounds. Lin Luo, who had been on high alert for the two lions, immediately tensed up. The audience's hearts raced in response. Chapter 011. The host's unprofessional behavior disgusts viewers. The sound of clear footsteps suddenly froze Lin Luo's body. Her beautiful eyes fixed tightly on the corner of the street ahead. At that moment, the footsteps became more intense. A sense of fear from the unknown made Lin Luo, who was on high alert, instinctively want to turn and run. However, in the next moment, accompanied by the rapid footsteps, a group of large antler deer burst out from the street corner. Deer? Lin Luo was taken aback, and after a moment, she let out a heavy sigh, patted her wildly beating heart, and pouted, "Oh, what the heck? Turns out it's just a bunch of deer, scare me to death." Seeing this, the audience in the live stream also relaxed, flooding the comments with messages. "Oh man, I was totally unprepared. I almost got scared to death, right? But seriously, these deer look way too realistic. Why do I feel like I'm watching a documentary? This group of deer is pretty big. I wonder if I can catch one as a mount." Looking at the suddenly appearing deer, Lin Luo's imagination ran wild. Wow, Sister Luo is really something. Is she planning to catch a pet? Catching pets in the game isn't that unusual, is it? It's normal to catch pets. Just worry that these deer might end up as someone's meal. Am I really that unworthy? Ignoring the comments, Lin Luo slowly approached a few nearby large antler deer under the gaze of the crowd. For some unknown reason, the deer didn't seem afraid of people and were quite bold. When they saw Lin Luo approaching, instead of panicking and running away, they stared at her with wide eyes, curiously watching her like a thief caught in the act. Seeing this, Lin Luo grew bolder and walked in front of one deer, instinctively reaching out to touch its forehead. However, at that moment, the tall deer seemed to sense something and suddenly turned its head to look at the other side of the street. In the next instant, the deer, like startled rabbits, dashed away in a panic. What is going on? Lin Luo was confused and instinctively turned to look in the direction the deer had been staring. On the desolate asphalt road, a chaotic line of cars completely blocked the street. Two strong figures were weaving through the gaps in the traffic, walking towards her. Oh no! Why do I keep running into them everywhere? Seeing those two figures, Lin Luo's expression darkened, and in the next moment, she quickly ran off in the opposite direction, just like the group of deer. Luo Jia, your little brother is here. Why are you running? Host, if you're going to catch pets, you should go for those two lions. Compared to the deer, they should be elite babies. Not sure how far she had run, but she definitely didn't want to run any longer. Even breathing felt like fire in her lungs. Seeing the comments in the live stream, she rolled her eyes and said, "Come on, don't just stand there talking without feeling the strain. Do you want to see me catch lions, or watch me feed them? Don't think I can't guess what you all are up to. You want to see me feed lions? Not a chance." After saying that, she took a break and continued to search along the street. In this strange, empty city, it's easy to feel lost. Without the audience in the live stream, she would probably be panicking by now. No way. This game doesn't even have a single quest. Not even an NPC in sight. How are we supposed to play? TCH, you upstairs, you just don't get it. This is called free exploration. It feels better this way. Guys, I just discovered a secret. Walking on the desolate street, Lin Luo was surprised to find herself feeling hungry in the game. As soon as she said that, someone in the livestream responded. "See, what did I tell you? I said Luo Jia's intentions for hunting deer aren't pure. I can't even walk anymore." Holding her growling stomach, Lin Luo looked around for a supermarket or something. Luckily, her efforts paid off, and she soon spotted a small supermarket. Cautiously glancing around and seeing that the lion had appeared, she dashed into the brightly lit supermarket. Unprepared, Lin Luo was hit by a wave of musty smell, causing her face to scrunch up. "Host, Are you so hungry that your face is all twisted? Wow, this supermarket must not have been visited in 2 years. Be careful not to get poisoned. Ugh. Oh wow, host, you really are something. Why are you rummaging through the freezer? Lin Luo instinctively opened the door of the freezer at the entrance. However, she didn't expect that the power had long been cut, leaving behind a half-filled container of black, foul-smelling sludge. What outraged the viewers, however, wasn't the sludge, but the white maggots rolling and swimming in it. This grotesque scene, reminiscent of reality, made many viewers in the live stream want to vomit. Even those without a phobia of clusters were getting goosebumps. This host is great in many ways, but why does she have to do such disgusting things? Oh wow, big sister, can you stop looking at it? Isn't that gross? Who doesn't agree? The designer must be messed up or psychologically twisted to make something so realistic that it made me want to throw up my leftovers. Is it gross? Not at all. Those white worms are very nutritious. Wrap them in breadcrumbs, fry them until golden, clean and hygienic. Haha, what you said upstairs is making me drool. This must be safer than high-tech foods, right? I say, you lot. Can you talk about something normal? Don't you see I'm looking for food? The topics of discussion in the live stream made Lin Luo break out in goosebumps. Serves her right. Why did she have to show these people the maggots? After looking around, almost everything in the supermarket had gone bad. The only thing left to try were canned goods with a shelf life of at least 3 years. Of course, for the sake of her physical and mental health, Lin Luo didn't dare to choose meat, instead opting for a can of sweet corn and a can of peas. To be honest, the corn was decent, at least it had some flavor. But the pecan, when she took a bite, felt like chewing wax, completely tasteless. Corn was definitely more delicious. Lin Luo opened another can of sweet corn, poured out the juice, and tilted her head back to drink it. Such a bold way of eating made the viewers in the live stream swallow hard. The popularity of the stream continued to rise, showing signs of breaking platform records. Is this a survival streamer? The eating style is indeed a bit unappealing. Wow, watching Sister Luo eat like this is making me feel a bit hungry. I need to order takeout first. Seeing the heat of the live stream, Lin Luo's confidence in continuing grew stronger. She could foresee that after today, she would successfully step into the ranks of top streamers. Oh, just as she was tilting her head back to pour the corn into her mouth, she caught a glimpse of a shop sign across the supermarket out of the corner of her eye. Without a second thought, she tossed the can aside with a clang, her face filled with excitement as she shouted, "Haha, kids, this time I'll show you something new." Accompanied by her words, Lin Luo, looking like a whimsical character, danced out of the supermarket and dashed toward the shop across the street. P.S. Is anyone watching? It feels like there's not even a single person here. Chapter 012. The streamer is like a mountain eagle. Wow. Wow, this is truly blinding. Is this a weapon shop? This is amazing, right on the street? If this were real life, wouldn't it be closed down before even opening? The viewers in the live stream were stunned to see a weapon shop right on the street, especially with a sign hanging outside. They never expected that the game designer would pay attention to such details. Indeed, in such a dangerous world, how could one survive without weapons? Realizing this, the viewers looked at the stunning visuals and thought about how this game designer was a detail fanatic. Incredible. It was as if they had discovered a secret, and the chat exploded with excitement. Hurry, Sister Luo, show us the weapons. Yes, yes, with such an obsessive attention to detail from the designer. I suspect these weapons are just like the real ones. Oh my, if that's the case, I'll never play those other games again, right? Real guns are so much more thrilling. Yeah, don't waste time. Haha, finally we can see the guns. The viewers, completely captivated by the models and rendering of I Am Legend VR, were suddenly filled with unprecedented enthusiasm. Amidst the urging and anticipation of the crowd, Lin Luo finally stepped into the weapon shop. Wow, is this really a weapon shop? It's so cool, just like in the movies. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. The walls are lined with guns. What is that? Is that a sniper rifle? And what about that long one? The crowd in the live stream stared wide-eyed at the screen, their expressions as if they were about to storm a city. At that moment, Lin Luo completely forgot about interacting with the viewers and stood frozen at the shop entrance, gazing at the cold metallic weapons, her heart racing uncontrollably. It's said that guns have a magical allure for boys, but who would have imagined that these firearms would be just as captivating for girls? Seeing the black guns glimmering on the wall, Lin Luo, who already had a somewhat boyish personality, could no longer contain her excitement and rushed forward. Wow, guys, look at this, it's just like the real thing. And it's heavy in my hand. Holding an unknown handgun, Lin Luo showed off in front of everyone. Her action instantly made the viewers in the live stream drool, especially those big spenders, who immediately sent a flurry of gifts, urging her to shoot a few rounds. Wow, Sister Luo, you're unbelievable. Can you consider our feelings? Yeah, you create such a fun game, but there's not even an address. Isn't this just infuriating? Strongly suggest the streamer provide a download link. Same here. 10,086. The enthusiasm in the live stream was at an all-time high. Seeing such an effect, Lin Luo felt ecstatic. However, for someone completely clueless about guns, they could be quite intimidating. Holding a pistol for quite a while, I couldn't figure out how to use it. Fortunately, there were many military enthusiasts in the live chat who immediately started giving pointers. Under their patient guidance, I finally understood the basic operations. Turning off the safety, changing the magazine, and loading the bullets, I managed to do it all quite well. After loading the bullets, I mimicked those big shots from movies and tucked it directly into my waistband. Hey, how's that? Does it give you a sense of a certain notorious figure? I'm not sure about the resemblance to that figure, but I know this look makes me feel a bit like a notorious character. Sister Luo, check if the safety is off. Don't accidentally fire it. Wow, can the person upstairs even talk? That's not called accidentally firing. That's just opening your eyes. Ignoring the barrage of comments from the audience, I proudly declared, haha, these weapons are all mine now. In a bit, I'll find a place and have a showdown with them tonight. Hearing my words, the viewers in the live chat started to tease. There's a saying, with a gun in hand, there's no fear in the heart. But I had already soared into the skies. To me, as long as I had a gun, those monsters wouldn't stand a chance. Bang! Just as everyone was watching me play with a shotgun, a sudden gunshot startled the audience. Oh my gosh, lady, are you trying to scare me to death? Tell me about it. I was so scared I almost dropped my phone. Wah, my screen. Damn it, my heart. Sorry. It was an accidental discharge. I promise it was an accident. Seeing the furious fans in the live chat, my heart was racing with embarrassment. Just then, outside the window, the sound of glass shattering echoed. Hearing the noise, I instinctively looked up. In the next moment, my pupils dilated in shock. Outside the window, the lion that had been chasing me was standing there, staring in. In an instant, my mind went blank, and I froze in place, locking eyes with that fierce gaze. Shoot, streamer, shoot. What happened to the bravado you just had? Why are you frozen now? Girl, don't be scared, just do it. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of viewers saw the golden-haired lion outside. Their reactions were much quicker than mine, and they immediately started sending warnings in the chat. Seeing their messages, I finally snapped out of my daze. Damn, I have a gun, what am I afraid of? Not sure if I was trying to bolster my courage or scare off the lion. I let out a loud roar and instinctively raised my gun, aiming at the window. As if responding to my shout, the lion outside let out a roar and leaped through the window. Oh my gosh! Seeing the enormous lion not only did not retreat, but charged forward instead, even though she was somewhat prepared. Lin Luo couldn't help but gasp in shock and instinctively pulled the trigger. Bang! A fierce roar erupted as a burst of gunfire erupted from the muzzle of her weapon. And at the same time, the game AI interface suddenly spun, the scene shifting to a slow-motion freeze frame. In the spectator's eyes, a dense mass of bullets slowly emerged from the shotgun's barrel. The slow-motion scene quickly transitioned, and with a shift of the camera, the footage sped up, revealing the dense bullets striking the lion directly in the front. Thud! Crack! 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 In the next moment, everyone witnessed the lion leap up, blood mist erupting from its body. Under the horrified gazes of the crowd, the lion stumbled and fell to the ground. Whimpering, the lion, having fallen over a meter, did not die but struggled to try to get back up. P.S. Requesting data. Chapter 013. The streamer's first night in the past, Lin Luo, who had never even touched a chicken, was completely unprepared for this scene. Looking at the bloodied lion, her long legs trembled uncontrollably. Gasping for breath, the lion slowly stood up, its blood-stained fur and pained eyes glaring fiercely at Lin Luo. Quick, shoot. What are you waiting for? Lin Luo was so scared she was frozen. Shoot, shoot, what are you afraid of? Bang. Fortunately, at that critical moment, amidst the anxious comments from the audience, Lin Luo, gripped by fear, instinctively pulled the trigger again. The barrage of bullets hit the lion squarely in the head. The dense projectiles tore into the massive lion's head, leaving it in tatters like a burst watermelon, with a gaping hole that emitted faint wisps of smoke. Bright red blood splattered along with bits of white matter onto Lin Luo's face. The warmth of the liquid made her shudder as if she had been electrocuted. Instinctively taking a few steps back, she wiped her face and saw her hand covered in bright crimson, while a strong smell of blood invaded her nostrils. Unable to hold it back for a moment, she immediately began to gag. Ugh! In the next instant, the sweet corn she had eaten earlier was expelled violently. Goodness, this is a real return to nature. Oh my, is it really that realistic? What the heck? Even the act of throwing up is so detailed? The game designers must be insane. Are the designers complete maniacs? Surprisingly, the audience did not mock Lin Luo for throwing up. Instead, they were utterly shocked by the detail. When you think about it, not just shooting a lion, even witnessing a horrific car accident can make someone lose their stomach, let alone having to personally shoot a lion, especially as a woman. Though Lin Luo's performance was shaky, the fact that she killed a lion was undeniable. Luo Jie, you're amazing. From now on, you're my goddess, my idol. Honestly, I'm completely impressed. You actually went head-to-head with a lion. That's incredible. Damn, this time she really showed off. The audience in the live stream showered her with compliments. Even those viewers generously sent gifts flying in. While the value might not be very high, just a few dollars here and there, it's important to note that there were an estimated 550,000 viewers in Lin Luo's stream. Even if a third of them sent gifts, and assuming an average of just $1 each, that would still be an astonishing amount. Click, click. Just as Lin Luo was lost in thought and the atmosphere in the stream was heating up, a noise came from outside the weapon shop's window. With her nerves already on edge, Lin Luo heard the sound and instinctively raised her gun to aim at the window. In the fading light of the sunset, on the desolate street, a lioness stood outside the window, leading two small lions, gazing inside. In the emotionless gaze of the beast, there was a hint of sorrow as it looked at the lion lying on the ground with a large hole in its head, covered in blood. Oh no, Sister Luo. You've really caused a mess. You actually destroyed a family. Sob. That lioness looks so pitiful. This woman, not being careful enough, killing the pillar of the family. Ugh, I can't bear to watch. Looking at that lion's eyes makes me want to cry. Sob, sob, sob. Those two little lions, it's so sad they lost their father. In the live broadcast room, the female viewers, upon seeing the pitiful lioness and her cubs outside the window, immediately felt a surge of sympathy. What the heck? What kind of people are these? Am I just supposed to be fed to that male lion to nourish its cubs? Seeing the comments in the live chat, Lin Luo almost lost her temper. Although the lioness and cubs looked very pitiable, she, who was completely immersed in the game, felt no compassion at all. In the face of such a large predator, the outcome is either you die or I die. Does Lin Luo want to die? No. Then she could only raise her shotgun, becoming the hunter with the firearm. And that is exactly what she did. In an instant, she found the courage to aim at the lioness outside the window, and the fear in her eyes vanished. Get lost. With the gun aimed at the lioness, she shouted fiercely, and with a swift motion of her left hand, the shotgun was loaded with a click. As long as that lioness, who had lost her husband, dared to take a step closer, she would not hesitate to pull the trigger. Having killed a lion before, Lin Luo wouldn't say she was experienced, but she would definitely not show mercy. This is growth, an invisible adaptation to the environment that goes unnoticed. Time passed second by second, and both sides stood in a standoff. Lin Luo nervously watched the lioness outside. The lioness also eyed her warily, while the two little lions behind her curiously looked at the dead male lion in the shop. Their adorable appearance immediately drew a howl from the female viewers, who then criticized Lin Luo. The standoff continued for a long time, as the sunset slowly disappeared from the ground, and the sky gradually darkened. Roar! The lioness let out a mournful low growl, lingeringly glancing at the dead male lion before turning back to low growl at her cubs a few times. In the end, the lioness chose to leave Lin Luo behind, taking her cubs away, her retreating figure evoking a sense of solitude. Phew, I'm so tense. Seeing the lioness leave, Lin Luo finally let out a sigh, murmuring to herself. Meanwhile, in the live broadcast room, the viewers, whose hearts had been in their throats, also let out a sigh of relief. After the tension eased, the audience began to discuss again. Why do I feel like that lioness has become clever? The expression on her face when she saw her male lion made me feel so sad. Luckily, this lion knows when to advance and retreat, otherwise, that woman would really go all out. Nonsense. Did you not notice the details? Details? What details are they talking about upstairs? It's truly unbelievable. The environment where the streamer is currently located is getting darker. Oh no, it's really getting dark. Sister Luo, hurry and find a place to hide. Wait. Seeing the reminders from the viewers in the stream, Lin Luo suddenly realized that, having delayed, she hadn't even had time to look for a shelter. She quickly grabbed a large canvas bag from the weapon shop, packing up in a rush. However, when the bag was full, she faced a disheartening situation. It was too heavy to lift. You really are something else. Who says otherwise? Just look at your own physique. As the sky grew darker, Lin Luo wasn't in the mood to interact with the teasing audience. Realizing there was no time left to find a shelter, she had to look for one right where she was. Fortunately, there was a small storage area in the weapon shop. While it might not guarantee safety from an attack, it was certainly better than standing outside foolishly. With no other options, Lin Luo moved the weapons and ammunition into the storage. Once she finished and closed the storage door, the last ray of light completely vanished from sight. The entire city was about to enter the night, and she was about to experience her first night. Chapter 14. A desperate battle. Uphill as the last ray of sunlight disappeared, a black curtain engulfed the desolate city. The cold autumn wind swept through the streets, carrying a chilling wail that sent shivers down one's spine, akin to the cries of ghosts and wolves. The sound effects were absolutely stunning, making me glance nervously at the window. I loved it. Just listening to it gave me an immersive feeling. Haha, look at the streamer. In a cramped warehouse, Lin Luo sat trembling in the corner, no longer the confident figure she once was. She stared fixedly at the flimsy wooden door, as if a monster would break through at any moment. Suddenly, amidst the howling wind, a series of footsteps echoed, chaotic and dense. Upon hearing this sound, Lin Luo's beautiful eyes trembled, and her muscles tensed up instantly. Even her somewhat heavy breathing ceased. She was terrified. She even wanted to log off immediately. However, she didn't do that. Her fear-filled eyes remained glued to the wooden door. Perhaps the assault rifle in her hand, slightly trembling as it pointed at the door, was the only thing providing her with a shred of comfort. Can't see me, can't see me. Lin Luo kept praying in her heart, her gaze fixed on the door. Just then, fortune smiled upon her. Just as she was about to be scared to death, a sudden crashing sound came from outside. It was the sound of someone stepping on shattered glass from the display window. Oh no, discovered? Lin Luo's expression changed, and her pupils suddenly constricted. At that moment, she remembered that the lion's corpse in the store outside was still there. The bloodthirsty monsters couldn't possibly miss it. Just as she had guessed, the sound of glass crunching outside continued without pause. Lin Luo's heart raced to her throat as she aimed her gun at the door, every muscle in her body tense. If the door moved even slightly, she would shoot without hesitation. After waiting for a moment, a strange sound suddenly emerged. Lin Luo listened carefully and realized the sticky sound was somewhat familiar, resembling the noise of a dog eating. Almost instantly, she made a connection and felt her stomach churn. Lin Luo desperately suppressed the wave of nausea rising from within her, trying not to make a sound. The tense atmosphere made the chat in the live stream quiet down. Everyone was focused on the screen, staring at the tightly shut wooden door, their hearts racing. Creak! Just as everyone held their breath in anticipation, a spine-chilling sound came from the wooden door, as if someone outside was scraping their nails against it. This noise startled both Lin Luo and the viewers in the live stream, sending goosebumps across their skin. Oh no, I just leaked a few drops. This is too scary. Something is outside the door. Thankfully, I'm on mute. You're really cunning. In an instant, countless comments flooded the screen. Luo Lin's face was as pale as a sheet, and even when she caught a glimpse of the barrage, she had no mood to communicate with anyone. She felt like a statue, with the gun aimed at the wooden door, her finger already on the trigger. Luo Lin swore she had never been this tense in her life. She felt like she was about to suffocate. Suddenly, bang! The door was slammed, and dust fell in a flurry. Crack! A sound of shattering echoed as the not-so-sturdy wooden door was immediately broken open. A pale, bloodless face appeared in the gap of the shattered door. The creature, which had been flaring its nostrils, let out a sharp and piercing scream upon seeing Luo Lin, who was huddled in the corner. Roar! Bang! After the roar, the creature leaned back slightly and then butted its head against the wooden door. The already damaged door panel cracked again, and the creature let out an excited shriek. Streamer, go for it. You have nowhere to run anyway. Yes, just charge in. You have a gun. Charge, charge, charge. I'll charge at your grandma's legs. You all can talk big. If you're so capable, come and try it yourself. Let us see you play. Luo Lin, already scared half to death, saw the barrage in the live stream and angrily started cursing. A bunch of people who can stand there talking without feeling any pain. Do they really think the game is that easy? Everything happening right now feels so real. I'm about to wet myself, and you all are just watching like it's a show, staring intently at the wooden door through the cracked gap, looking at the monster continuously banging against the door. Luo Lin held the assault rifle in her hands, trembling nonstop. Bang! Seeing the monster just one door away, Luo Lin felt her sanity on the verge of collapse. To hell with this, I'll fight back. Unable to bear the mental torture any longer, she suddenly pulled the trigger and began shooting wildly at the door. Bang bang! Bang bang! Accompanied by the frantic gunfire and the mingling red and blue of the bullets, one bullet after another flew towards the wooden door. With a series of popping sounds, the barrage instantly shattered the door. The monster behind it exploded in a cloud of blood mist and then fell to the ground. Damn it! Go die! Bang, 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 bang. Seeing the monster fall, Luo Lin was instantly filled with courage, standing up and shooting wildly with her back against the wall. In the blink of an eye, an entire magazine of bullets was sprayed out. The wooden door was blasted to pieces, and the monsters rushing in from outside fell to the ground. Even those not hit in vital areas temporarily lost their ability to move. Looking at the monsters she had shot to pieces, Luo Lin felt a surge of confidence. Laughing as she reloaded, haha, so this is how it is. But before she could celebrate, the roars outside began to rise and fall. Roar, roar, roar. Accompanied by terrifying screams, a swarm of monsters surged into the store through the gun shop's display window. What the hell? How many are there? Looking at the monstrous figures surging in like a tidal wave, Lin Luo suddenly felt as if she was in hell. By the light of the moon, she saw that the street outside was filled with the humanoid monsters she had encountered during the day. They were densely packed, countless in number, surrounding the entrance of the gun shop so tightly that not even a drop of water could escape. Oh no. The streamer has stirred up a hornet's nest. This is like a riot. Seriously, what kind of twisted game is this, with nothing but monsters? How are we supposed to survive? Is this hell difficulty? Ugh, Lin Fei, you've really messed me up. Lin Luo barely had time to scream, and then the terrifying monsters surged into the cramped warehouse like a flood. This is insane. How are we supposed to live with all these monsters? P.S. Is anyone there? If anyone is, please urge for updates so I don't feel so lonely. Chapter 015. Wow, that was terrifying. The sticky sounds, reminiscent of a dog eating, stimulated the hearts of the audience in the live stream and Lin Luo's own. Especially the bloody and brutal scenes left everyone dumbfounded. For Lin Luo, who was immersed in it all, it was undoubtedly another shock to her soul, watching those monsters tear and chew her body. Ugh, ah. As the last breath was taken, the screen gradually turned black, and a prominent message appeared, making everyone realize that this clash between humans and monsters had ended in a tragic conclusion. You have died. Game over. Dead. Again dead. Once again shocked, Lin Luo did not cry like before. However, the feeling of being devoured by monsters left her stunned, her mind filled with pale and grotesque faces. What on earth are these creatures? Are they the humans of the game world? And Lin Fei is definitely a pervert. What kind of normal person could come up with something like this? It's hard to comprehend, really hard to understand. Until now, Lin Luo realized that after entering the game, she hadn't even encountered any main quests before dying twice. To put it bluntly, both times she entered the game, she was struggling on the brink of death. Oh my gosh, this game is just too terrifying. Terrifying my foot, it's just a complete freak show. With that many monsters, who could possibly survive? Yeah, even with weapons in hand, who could withstand so many monsters? No, guys, can't you focus on something else? For example, why are there no humans in that game world? Are you suggesting that those monsters were once humans? At that moment, a keen-eyed viewer in the live stream sent a message. Did you notice that deep narration at the beginning of the game? Hearing this prompt from the viewer, many people in the live stream suddenly connected the dots. Anti-cancer drugs, human extinction? I get it. It must be that human scientists messed up while researching anti-cancer drugs, causing all the humans in the city to turn into those monsters. Hiss. Don't say, that is actually a possibility. Oh man, you guys saying this suddenly makes me think of a more terrifying question. Could this happen in reality? As the topic shifted, a flood of comments poured in. And at that moment, all the viewers in the live stream began discussing anti-cancer drugs and human infection. It can be said that this was a deeply chilling topic. There had never been such a plot in movies or games before, so the humans in this world had never thought in this direction. However, today, with the introduction of this topic, everyone suddenly felt a chill down their spine. It's terrifying, too terrifying. They couldn't imagine what it would look like if the situation in the game were to manifest in reality. If humanity were to become such monsters, how could they survive with the population of their own city? Humanity, cancer drugs, genetic mutations, apocalypse. In an apartment building in a certain city, a man wearing square black-rimmed glasses, who had just finished watching a live broadcast, kept repeating a few phrases. These words made him subconsciously think of the situation in the laboratory, and suddenly, a cold sweat soaked his back. The topic of apocalypse spread rapidly online like a fuse. At the same time, I Am Legend VR became an internet sensation. Even among the top 10 trending topics, 6 were related to apocalyptic theories. All 6 articles contained advanced concepts and apocalyptic statements from I Am Legend VR. At that moment, in Lin Luo's home, 2 people were sitting on the sofa in the living room, looking at each other. After a long while, Lin Luo finally spoke. Lin Fei, do you think the plot in the game could happen in reality? And how did you come up with this question? Looking at Lin Luo's serious expression, Lin Fei felt awkward. He was just developing a game. Did it really need to be taken so seriously? It was just a movie, with his imagination. It wasn't that deep. Each game didn't need to be taken literally, right? Moreover, the odds of such events happening were nearly non-existent. Don't take the game as reality. Is it really impossible? Lin Luo, hearing his response, instinctively touched her stomach. Although the game was fake, the sensations from the haptic suit felt real. The feeling of being torn apart by monsters made her heart race just thinking about it. Observing the elderly man's distracted demeanor, Lin Fei realized he had underestimated the difficulty and realism of I Am Legend. This masterpiece, adapted from a movie into a game, could be said that without knowing the plot, it was hard to touch the main storyline. Players entering the game, if not fully prepared, would likely struggle to survive the first night. He was very clear about this, but had no intention of changing it. Only through this free exploration would players understand the difficulties and emotions when they discovered the plot or encountered the truth. What he never expected was that because of this, a large number of viewers in Lin Luo's live broadcast room began discussing the apocalyptic world of I Am Legend. Even though they only saw the tip of the iceberg, the game's charm had completely captivated this group of players. Throughout Lin Luo's entire live broadcast, Lin Fei was watching. The reactions of the audience and the heat in the live broadcast room undoubtedly proved the success of the game. Now, what he faced was the issue of launching it.